Each year, Microsoft Research hosts hundreds of influential speakers from around the world, including leading scientists, renowned experts in technology, book authors, and leading academics, and makes videos of these lectures freely available.
All right, I noticed on the Twitter stream a minute ago, one of our colleagues said, "Man, they're about to hit the demo wall." So I'm gonna keep this as quick as possible. But I do want to thank all of you for bearing with us. So I know it's a lot of information, but I think it's a lot of very interesting and important information. I'd like to tell you about academic search and give you some context for this service coming from Microsoft Research. We have a team, a research team, based in Beijing that for about 7 or 8 years has been working on entity extraction, machine learning, information retrieval projects. And about 7 or 8 years ago, they decided to pick the field of computer science and computer science scholarship as a test bed for the work that they were doing. So they started working with scientific papers in computer science, and have been doing that for about 6 years until about, I'll say 18 months, 2 years ago, came to us and said they were very interested in taking the work that they'd been doing in computer science and expand it to all domains. And so we, our team in Microsoft Research has been working very actively with them to grow that corpus of papers. So we've gone, in the course of the last, since probably last December, we've moved from about 5 million to 8 million papers. And now we are, as you can see, within the last 10 months, we're now up to about 36 million papers, 37 million papers. We're doing that by working directly with publishers. So we're going to publishers and signing content agreements. No money is changing hands. It's just an agreement that we're going to be able to use their content, and I'll be getting to this in a minute, actually push the metadata about those articles out via an API. But we're doing that also with open access repositories around the world. So we've signed about 50 agreements. We have about another 30 that are in negotiations. A caveat that I want to stress about this service is we know we have a long way to go. So if you look your publications up and you don't find your publication, or you go and you look and we've calculated your H-index and it's not what you think it should be, we're well aware of that. We have a lot of papers that we're still trying to get into the system. As I show here, we have about 37 million crawled and indexed. We have about 100 million in the queue to get done. So I always want to caveat the fact that we have a long way to go, and we appreciate your patience and your interest as we work on this project. So I'll go ahead and show you a demo here. So this is the front page. A couple of things I'll point out about the front page. We are making it right up front. We're telling you exactly how many publications we have, how many authors we have indexed, et cetera, and we'll show you the updates that happened in the previous week. We're showing here is the domain list, so you can drill down by subject. We also have a kind of an easy way to jump into some visualization, so you can leap in right there. I'm going to go to those momentarily. I'm going to pick on one of our colleagues in the audience, and we're going to look up Carl. So one thing that we've done right here is we've said it looks like we've found several Carls, and we're going to say this is the one I'm actually looking for. And what we've done is, by crawling papers and breaking them up and doing the analysis, is we've been able to find Carl's webpage. We have associated him with, all automatically, associated him with Cornell University. We found 109 publications, over 1,600 citations. Again, stressing on the content that we have in our index. We're calculating a G index and an H index for him. We're showing the areas where we're classified his papers. And then we also showed the collaborations, the co-authorship as well. We can take you to his homepage. We can run a search on Bing. We can actually give you some code that you can embed this in your own web page. Or if you want to subscribe via an RSS feed and track Carl or any other scholar, you have the ability to do that. What you're seeing here is the publications in blue, citations, and we can toggle back and forth between a cumulative or an annual list of citations. And you'll always see a drop-off over the course of at the end of there. But then below we have the papers that have been associated with Carl, 109 publications. You can drill right into them, and in this particular case, we're finding them in multiple locations. Whenever we have a paper that is from a specific scholarly publisher, that will be listed first. So if we have a paper from Elsevier, that will be the official copy as opposed to the publisher's copy that have been submitted, that would be pushed first. We also are showing, as you can see here, abstract whenever available. And down here, when the paper has been cited, we'll show you the citation context, so you can see how in the context in which it was cited. We also are breaking out, obviously you can see keyword, related publications. You can subscribe to a paper and track that if you want. Going back to the author page, in addition, we're, again, from all this entity extraction, pulling out the co-authorship, the conferences that Carl is associated with, journals he's published in. We also have some additional visualizations you can look at, in this particular case, the co-author graph. So we're showing all of the co-authors. You can walk the graph a little bit and look at, let's pick Sandy. And in this particular case, he's authored 9 publications, co-authored 9 publications with Sandy. And you can click on that and actually go straight to those publications. And that sometimes, and that's the machine learning. That's why we're still in research. So, well, those are exactly the things that we're tackling right now. Yes, and so I can go back actually and show you you have the opportunity. Let's go back here for a second. You have the opportunity here actually to edit, and so I'm not going to go through that process right now. But you have the ability to go in and make those edits and say, actually, those other papers are mine, or papers that have been associated with me that aren't mine, you can actually kick out. So let's go back to, I'd like to show you some of the other visualizations that we have. I'm going to drop into computer science. And across computer science, what we've done based on citation count is you can look at the top authors in computer science overall, the top publications, and again, these are all rankings that we've generated based on citation count. We can zoom over and actually look at organizations, and you can break them down by regions. Another interesting bit is to go to subdomains, and so we've broken out computer science into these various subdomains, and you can actually do some interesting analysis by hopping into this domain trend visualization. So what we've done here is we've said here are all of those subdomains in computer science, and let's not select them all. Let's select ones here. And so what we're doing is pulling all of these papers, and I'm going to move over a little bit here. And what we've done is, in this particular time frame, so from 2000 to 2009, you can pop through and say, look, here are the papers that were published in that area. And you can expand this and say, I want to look for the top author from 1996 to present in distributed and parallel computing. And obviously, just automatically on the bottom, you'll see it refactored, and it points that Ian Foster is actually the top author in that area. So it gives you the ability to, say, for instance, seek out specific co-authors if you want to work on a paper with them. Maybe seek out people for a conference that you would want to have speak. Seek out award winners that you might want to present a reward to, or find collaborators for other research projects. So it's a very interesting way within domains and subdomains to target the key people that you would want to work with. And I think I will stop there and pop back to the presentation for a split second. The thing that I want to point out, make a very important point about, is everything, all of the data that we're gathering, aggregating, we're making available via a public API. You saw Jevin gave an example of what Eigenfactor has been doing. Science Card, Martin Finner's project, is also consuming the API, as are about, I think, another 15 or 20 people that have the API and are using it right now. These are part of the agreements that we've signed with the publishers, is that they have that we have permission to make that available. And so we encourage people. We are looking at this as very much a tool for the community. And so we stress the fact that we want to work with people to consume the information in this form, or also we have the ability to work with you on research projects on top of the platform moving forward. And I will stop there. Thank you.